lovely people. It's cold here. I've got both my hands in my hoodie, trying to keep my fingertips warm. I've been busy trying to clean up my craft area. It's going slowly, but I've been putting things together and hopefully I'll make a bit of more space for myself to make it a bit easier to craft. But I thought I'd come on today. I got this book from the library, Making an Impression by Geninne Zlatkis. The book's not in print anymore, but our library only got it last year, so I don't know how that works. But I did manage. It's a really good book. I've managed to get a second-hand copy. Hasn't arrived yet, so I've still got the library one. So there's the what is it? ISBN 9781454701255. And it's just, if you're starting out on your stamp making journey or reacquainting yourself like I am, because I just haven't done it for a while, it's a fantastic little book. I mean, and it was printed, I think it's like, when is it? Where is the page? 2012, which is why it's not in print anymore. But it's got great templates at the back and really good instructions. So I gave it to my daughter to have a read, and we both said, oh, we love the butterfly. And I also love these mushrooms. I've marked the page so I can show you. I love these mushrooms. And the beauty is this one, you're carving away what you've drawn. This one, you're leaving what you've drawn and carving the rest away. So the templates are in the back of the book. So I just used, this is Canson tracing paper. I actually got it from the op shop. There's not very many sheets left, but I did trace my butterfly and my mushies. And as per the instructions, I'll just put that up there out of the way. You put them down backwards onto your carving material, and it says to rub it with a spoon, but I've got this very old doodle bug design. I think it was when rub-ons were like really huge, and it's got this finger. So I just used that because I couldn't be bothered getting up and getting a spoon from the kitchen. And I used a 2B pencil, which is very soft. So by drawing it on the tracing paper, it comes off nice and easily onto the carving stuff. Now this one is this is from Temu, because I've just been having a play. And I did have their tool, but I then have gone and got a better tool. So this is the, can we see that? Probably not. ESSDEE. They're really good blades. And it's got all the little dooflickies in here. And the bonus is that you can actually, if you stamp, you can use this to, what do they call that? Can't remember. Anyway, so all the bits are in here. What I did, I was telling one of my ladies who is rediscovering stamping with me, I said, oh, I got an offcut, and this was from my lantern stamp, and I used each of the blades, and I went across, well, I started from here, went this way, and I've numbered them the same as the blades are numbered, so that I can actually see what type of cut I'm going to get, the width, the depth, because some of them, even though they're the same width, the depth is deeper. So like this number 5 really just scratches the surface, same, and number 1 is the same. Pretty cool. So that's a really good tip for stamp carving. The other thing I did, let me grab some of these out, I just got like that, was that it's got the numbers are like printed in. Oh, let me put this up the right way, shall I? Can we see how they're sort of like debossed into it? But unless I'm wearing my glasses, and when I craft I don't, I can't see the number, so I've used a marker, put one there, but I've also put it inside. I've got all of the numbers. See, 9, so that makes it easy for me to go between blades when I'm carving my stamps. Cute, hey? So I'm going to have a go at doing these, but I think I'll put the camera into time lapse because it's going to take me a little while, and possibly we'll have to stop. Who knows? I do have. It's 4 o'clock. It's almost dark, which is unusual. It's been really, really cloudy today. Really, really heavy winds. So, so this one, everything that I've drawn is staying. So all of the black and the pencil is staying on, and I've got to carve the rest away. This one is the opposite. So where I've got the black, I need to carve it, and the rest stays. So then this is, oh, it's on the front cover. Look at that. So you can see the stamp here. So here's the stamp, and so only like these black lines, that's what's been carved away, all the little lines and things, so that when you get this image. But it's the opposite for the butterfly. So cute. I know, I like those too. And they're all in there, so I could make them all. So I think the first thing I'll do is, these are not going to be just one stamp, they'll be 3 separate stamps. So I might actually cut those down with a craft knife. I'm just going to, there's a little ruler. A little metal one, where have you gone? Oh, there it is, hiding. I'm just going to, just so I don't put my hand all over it, and because this is so soft, the pencil, I'm likely to smudge it everywhere. This one's already smudged, but that's just from when I was rubbing it on. So these are individual, these stamps. This is a very soft carving material, which makes it nice and easy. So I did that last one with one cut. And I'll use that for little bits and pieces. And we'll just come down here. There's my 3 there, and I might, I can take the rest of that one off after. Alrighty, so I shall pop this into, time lapse, and you can watch me whether I put them all in or not. It might only be one mushroom and the butterfly, and then at the end, which will be tomorrow, we'll come back and we'll do some stamps, because I like the butterfly. Look at these beautiful, put them on the old postcards, so I can download some postcards from the Graphics Fairy and put the butterfly on top. How cool. How cool-y. So I'll see you at the other end. Right, so I carved these. I carved them on time lapse, and then I looked back and I must have knocked my camera, because you can't see me carving them. So out of all these offcuts here, I have drawn another similar to this one, but even smaller mushroom. And I will carve this one, and I will make sure that you can see what I'm doing. Also, out of some of the offcuts, I've just drawn some other bits and pieces. So, you know, well, obviously these ones are too little. That possibly you could just get a leaf out of it. But yeah, so don't throw away the big scraps until you've exhausted everything. Right, so I've just, usually I draw it on, like I trace it and then rub it on, which is what I did here. This one I just drew straight onto my the carving rubber. So let's put it into time lapse again while I carve it, and I'll make sure that you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, I've done that little one. I didn't do the best job on that one. I think I might have made it a bit too, the stalk a bit small, but, and the hand drew it. But you could see what I was doing. I was, did it, you stamp it, then you can see where you haven't cut enough away. And so that's the first, there we go at the end. So, but I mean, it would look cute. Stamped down there. Why don't we do that and have a look? So yeah, cute. I love this one here. I love these two, are my favorites. But you can see how I started. And then I had to keep cutting these lines away, and then eventually I got a good, I can see making little cards and things with those, or just poking them down the side of something, peeking out of somewhere. Okay, so now I've got 4 mushroom stamps, and these were the ones where I carved away my black lines, so they will, that's why you get that solid print. The butterfly is carving away the white space, and same with these little ones here that I'm not sure, this one could go either way. I could make it, this would be good on an eraser because it's that good size. You could carve it so that you have a block, and you'll get a block with that missing, like these ones. Or I could carve all the rest away and just have the raised leaf. Not sure. Anywho, and you know, you can draw on both sides. I started there and then I realised it was very squiff, so then I started again. So, and that'll eventually rub off. And if I've stuck it to something else, you won't see it anyway. Right. So I am going to attempt, dun, 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 the butterfly. And I can actually see, and there's a scratch across there. So, but I did read that if you stamp, and I don't know if I want to use that because it's very, very, very inky. But if you stamp, then when you're carving, you can see where you've carved away. I guess if I don't want to rub off the butterfly, that's all. But we can give it a try, can't we? I won't give it a full. Not too juicy, but juicy enough. And then if I just very gently lay this over the top. Giving myself a really, oh, that just wipes off. Okay. How come when you stamp it, it doesn't wipe off? Maybe we'll ink it and then stamp it on the back of this page and then let it dry, because that's what it said to do. Let it dry. Probably should have done that this way. Oh, yep, that's better. Okay, let the ink dry, and then it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? It looks like something from outer space. It's the moon surface. And the idea is that I would be, so I'll use this again, and I think I'll start with a number 2. So anything that's white needs to go, or in this case, now it's my tiger's eye colour. But like it said, how white is that? Oh, that's good. Yes, and now I can see where I've carved and gone off. Not to worry, I don't. Can you hear that rain? It's been raining all morning, and the wind is very, very strong. It's super high tides. Okay. So actually that's a really good tip. So stamp it. It's a little bit wet over here. Let the ink, stamp it off, let the ink dry, and now you can, that makes it so much easier. Should have done that with the other ones. This is not really one for gouging the edges away, but I just followed my line a bit further out. Nice. Right, well, this one I'm also going to put into what do you call it? Time lapse. This will take me a little while to do, but then it will only you'll be able to watch it, and it'll only be a few, probably it'll take the half an hour or more, and it'll take it down to a minute. So we will zip to time lapse. I'll see you at the other end. Okay, that took me a few hours, but it looks pretty cute, and you can see I've once again stamped it to see where I needed to keep cutting. That's not too bad. I mean, would I change anything? Yes, I'm still getting used to all of these. I haven't done it for since I was in high school, and I've only just gotten back into it. So I'm pleased with what I've done. So I was going to print some bits out, because remember in the book I showed you, so they've stamped it and then coloured it in. Stamped this one onto blue paper with black ink, white paper, coloured it in. So yeah, there we go. Stamped it in black and then coloured it all in watercolours. But I think I'm going to go with, I might even use this one, and then I can just do a bit of highlights. And I thought, I reckon I've already got some of these cut out, and I have, and they're just on normal photocopy paper. So I'm going to stick some blank ones on the back, because then they'll make journal cards. That's still a bit thin, so I'm going to stick it together. I'll just use my glue book, just put a few extra pages just to make them a bit thicker. So I'll glue those and I'll be right back. Right, it's actually the next day, but I'm back. I put 2 pieces of my glue book between the post. I know it's a postcard front and back, but you can write on the back. And I roughed up the edges with, I don't have much fingernails, but I just roughed up the edges and I've inked it. And I've done it to both. So I've grabbed out some watercolour paper, because it's nice and thick. It's, where are we? Oh, there we go, 300 GSM. So nice and thick. Oh, wonder where I put that painting. Okay, we'll take that one off and the next one off. So I realised that the Hero Arts ink that I'd been using for my testing is not permanent, not waterproof. So I put that away, and I've grabbed out my Stays On in Timber Brown. I still wanted that brown colour. Put that where I don't lose it. Actually, no, I might actually stamp on it before I take it off. So I think I'll be able to fit, I can either fit 2 butterflies, or I could do a butterfly with the mushroom. Why don't we do, no, we'll just do 2 butterflies today. Because I'll go in different journals, so I can fit 2 on here. Right. Hopefully this is still juicy. Nope, maybe not. Nope, nothing in that one. Let's see, I've probably got another one. Should have tested that before, shouldn't I? I've got a couple because I used to have them in class packs. They look juicy, but they're... Oh, there we go, that one is. Put that over there. Okay. Looks like good coverage. Not super, it's probably the watercolour paper as well, but that's okay because we're going to colour it in and cut it out, so we'll be all good. What I might also do is use that and like to push it down. It doesn't stick to it, but I can at least push it down. Get a better impression than me just rubbing my hand like that. Maybe, or maybe not. Kind of in a roundabout way. Good thing we're watercolouring it in. Just wipe that off. Any excess. Good imprint on there. Actually, just leave that sitting on top of that for the moment. Right. Now, I actually didn't get my paints out because I very rarely clean my palette. So I thought, oh, well, then I can use those colours. I'll just get I'll just get my number 4 brush. These are my Princeton Aqua Elite, so round number 4. And I'm just going to squirt these with water. Just to reactivate them all. Now, we don't have to make them the same. Put a bit of brown in here. And this actually is the clearer of the two. But that's all good, isn't it? Oh, now. So remember there was the one that I said I liked in here. Did I just paint those? No, good. See, can you see that there? So like with all the browns and then a little bit of, that looks like, that's it looks like glitter there. But I'm going to do similar. Similar, probably not those exact colours, but definitely similar. So I think I'm just going to give a wash over the whole thing actually. And I might need more paint. We'll see. Right, okay, we'll let that dry. And for the bottom one, I'll get some coffee, and we'll coffee it and then just use gel pens, just so that you can see. If you don't have watercolour paints, you don't have to make a mess like I have there. So hold on a second, I'll go dilute some, actually maybe tea. I'll go and dilute some and we'll do that. Okie dokie, back with some tea. And I'm not going to use my good watercolour brush for this, because of course the tea has tannins and all sorts of stuff in there, but probably okay. Right, now you can see I've put a whole tea bag in there. This is a little shot glass, so it's pretty dark. I've left the tea bag in there just so that it will keep getting darker. I don't really like coffee, and I don't like the smell of coffee, but I don't drink it. My hubby does, so I've got it there. But when I coffee dye my papers, I sneeze and sneeze and sneeze. So if you are like me and you don't relish the coffee smell, if you put a couple of tea bags in, or one tea bag in with your coffee dye mixture, it neutralises the smell. How cool is that? That's a nice colour, isn't it? All right. So if you don't have watercolour paints, actually I think I like that better already. You can see I've just put tea on there. So this is watercolour paper, so it picks all of that up like that. I wonder if I can go over the top. Maybe when it's dry. I might give it a wash when it dries. This is just a normal, cheap, it's what I usually use for my mixed media and stuff. All right, now they need to dry. All right, now before I take it off the block, I'm just going to give this a wash of the tea. I think now that it's dry, it'll just give it that nicer brown tone that I was actually after. Nice. Oops. And if you're wondering why my watercolours haven't run, it's because I've dried them. They've painted over the top, which is called glazing, and it just, it's a transparent overlay, really. Okay, there we go, nice and dry. Let's take this off. I'll keep that with that, otherwise I'll lose it. Put that over there. Okay. Now some gel pens. Where did I put? And what one? There we go. Okay. So Jennifer and I recently discovered these at Officeworks. They are, which one can we read? Maybe that one. Can you read there? It's what are they called? They're Jelly Roll Metallics, and they're quite nice. And we also have another lot Oh, I might get those because they change colour. They're just in my watercolour bag. I've only got the gold and silver. Jennifer's got one of the blues, and it changes to, it's like a peacock, you know, it goes to blue to green, purple. So these are the hybrid dual metallics. These are really nice as well. So, and the jelly rolls just move nicely. So it's nice and dry. You can tell it's dry because it's gone flat. You saw when I was painting, it sort of bubbles up, but it's all flat again. Now, let's see, we'll use the gold around here. Nice. Okay, that'll do for that one. I mean, we could go over the top. And then this one, let's just decide on some, we could make the little body. I'm going to actually leave the negative parts. I'm going to colour over the stamped part with my silver. Okay, looks a bit odd. I don't think I've gone. A bit more balanced. There we go. So we'll just have some silver on his body because that'll be cute. The metallic in these is just stunning. I don't know if the camera catches just how cool it is. I think I don't want to make this one too many colours. Maybe I'll just stick to like the neutrals, not the green and the what's more of a blue, this tealy one. Actually, I'm just going to leave it. Leave it like that. Right, let's cut these out. Okay. Cut out that head, looks a little bit wonky. Don't think it'll matter. All right. Ink around the edges, I think. You don't have to ink around the edges, of course. It's just, I always, it catches any of the white bits that I may have inadvertently when I've not cut super accurately. Can't even say it accurately. On that one, I'm thinking I might put some of that was vintage photo. This is the ground espresso. I'm just going to dab the edges just to give it a really dark outline. Nice, actually. I'm going to do it to both. Why not? Now, let's see. Let's move our tea out of the way. Don't need that everywhere. Oh, that's all right up there. Okay. Now I pulled out some gauze. Just thinking maybe a little bit. Yep. And I pulled out just one bit. This is paper string. Okay, but I'll have to get another one, so I'll show you how I did it. Get a bit of tape for that. Just double-sided tape. You can come in, darling. That's just, I am recording, but that's okay. Right.
Well, Wes has Disney disc coming out, and there's lots of Stitch merch.
Okay.
Guess where we're going on the 16th? Oh, where I'm going on the 16th.
Okay, so shopping from Woolies, no problem.
I don't know if I put the... Oh yeah, I can get the disc, yes. But the merch, the Stitch merch. They've got a Stitch, and it's like a box. Isn't it like a box?
Jennifer loves Stitch. In case you haven't.
I think I love more than Stitch. Look. He's got sparkly ears.
It's cute. Yoda's cute too. Right. Okay. Bit of a distraction there. That's okay. You're welcome, she says. I'm going to, because this is so thick, 300 GSM and watercolor, which it's rough, so it's got a bit of texture, so it's not going to be easy to stick down. So I'm just using my Express It Clear Gel, and I'm only sticking it in the middle because then the wings are never completely stuck down. They're free. I was wondering whether I wanted a little... No, we'll just leave it plain. I might put some bling down there though. on, bling, go straight. Oh, there we go. It's straight now. That's good. And then this one, maybe this one could have a bit of lace. Lace and the cheesecloth, I think. Because it's plainer. Oh yeah, that's cute. So cut you off here. I'll have to just put a little squiggle of this in the middle to hold that down. Yep. And yes, that's come through. Now the paper lace. Paper lace, paper string. Isn't this gorgeous? This is on a this is an antique reel. There was a shop in Tasmania that it was all handmade stuff that they would sell, and I've got a white one too. Haven't found that yet. Yesterday I found my box of ribbon, and you'd be very proud of me, people. I went through said box of ribbon and only kept what I knew I'd use. So I've just folded that and sort of a bit of a twist there, and there'll be my antenna. And I have got now, there's a box there ready to give away. Well, I'm going to my friends in a couple of weeks so we can make cards. So I might just take the box and say, help yourself, people. And then what's left after can go to the charity shop. So this is just Express It double-sided tape there. One underneath, one on top, just to make sure it's my antenna stay where they are. Because there were well, they weren't the full antenna on the carving. There was like two little, they look like little horns actually. And I purposely didn't put them on because I thought, no, I never cut out the antenna of butterflies when I cut them out because it's too hard and too fiddly. So I will not worry about it with the stamps because we'll always put something like that. Come on, down you come. So yes, I'm getting a little bit more stuff. So, and then I found I had like these IKEA spice rack things that I had on the wall out in the old craft room. And of course there's nowhere for them to go in here. So there's another box out of my son's bedroom because they'll just all go straight either on Marketplace or what I do is I put it on Marketplace. If it doesn't sell, then I can leave that. Then I just give them to charity. Who wants some of those there? Yeah. There. Oops. As she goes in a different direction. There we go. I quite like that with actually no colour. I think because the watercolour paper gives it that lovely, it's got that rough texture. And by gluing it in the middle there, the wings have come up by themselves a little bit. Nice. Oh, they're very cute. And I do like the antennae that I made with this paper string. I bought these in Tasmania, and off Temu I got these little wooden spools and wound my, how cute do they look? All in my containers. think I'm going to get some more because they actually take up less space. Cool. Now I'm wondering whether, because I really like the lace, this stuff, that glue takes ages to dry, so I can actually take this off and put some down here, maybe just a skinny bit. It's still on there, but I'll just add an extra just so that it doesn't come off. I need to move that because it's not, because it's a smaller piece. Needs to come up a bit like that. Yeah, there we go. Cute. Cutie patootie. Well, there we go. So, thank you for joining me on this. Well, it's been a 3-day journey for me. Because I kept getting stuck or, you know, going to do other bits and pieces. But I can thoroughly recommend this book. See if you can find it at your local library. And I've had so much fun carving my mushrooms, which happen to be the same as what's on the cover, those two. And a couple of extra mushies. And my butterfly, which is not completely symmetrical, but hey, it's all right. And, I mean, how cute does that look? If I wanted perfection, I'd buy one of the a computer-generated stamp because, you know, the silicone stamps are all perfect. If I wanted that, I'd buy it. But I really like that. That is very, very cute. I quite like that. It's so neutral. It'll go with anything. Just a little bit of blue on that stamp. And, oh, we could add a real stamp. Where's my stamp book? Here it is. Yes. So that's a bluey one. They're not stamps. Here we go. Although that's quite cute. I like that, what's there. I guess I could... It's more bluey green. No, I think I will leave it because I quite like the image. Oops, oh, everything's going away. Oops, there we go. Right. So, as I said, thank you for joining me today on this long 3-day journey, but only a little under an hour for you, people. Have a go at stamp carving. It's so relaxing. So you really just get in the groove. It's so much fun. And then you can make your own bits and pieces. I know I've copied the, where is it? What she had in the book here, kind of, in a roundabout way. But that's good. That's where you get inspiration from, right? And then next time I can do something different. So these postcard, the blank ones and the ones with the writing, they are from the Graphics Fairy premium site, but she does have some on the free site as well. If you just go to the Graphics Fairy and type in postcards, you'll find some. And how cute. They will look so good tucked in a pocket. Have I got a journal floating around? Here's one. Let's find a pocket. A big pocket. Oh, there's a tuck. Look. Oh, with a butterfly. cute. On a whole, that's gorgeous. How does this one look? Ah, stunning. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so have a go, people. Have a go at stamp carving. And like I said, this stamp carving material is off Temu because I'm only getting back into it. It's really great to, I mean, it's half the thickness of what I buy at Spotlight, but for trial and to see whether you like it or not, perfect. All right. Oh, I've left it in there. Don't they look stunning? That could stay in there, actually. Keep those. Oh, look, that is... that's also off the Graphics Fairy. So a bit of... yeah, or poking out of a pocket like this. Because the butterfly wing will go... will it go in? Cute. Alrighty. Please like my video, subscribe to my channel, helps me to bring you more crafty goodness. And I shall see you next time. Don't know what we'll be doing yet, but it'll be something fun. You have a wonderful, wonderful day. Toodles.